got it all wire wheeled up. We're gonna go ahead and run to the store. I need some mineral spirits. I'm gonna use mineral spirits to wipe everything down. And then we'll go ahead and I'm gonna wipe all the raw steel down first. Make sure it's as clean as possible. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe the dust off of the rusty axle. Make sure that's as clean as we can get it. And we're gonna go ahead and start priming. My wife told me I should buy orange to match the Kubota that we have up north, but I just bought gloss black, or semi-gloss black, and bought a can of primer, gray primer, and then I bought 2 cans of black paint. The reason I bought the black the reason I bought gray primer, not black primer, is so when I'm painting it black, I can tell what I've painted and what I haven't painted. So that's the way I like to paint things. Everybody's got their own little theories on it, but that's the way I like to do it. So that's the way we're gonna go ahead and do it. I wanted to paint all this outside, and I was just gonna push it back and forth from inside to outside. But we live in Michigan, and we had some pretty good weather this year up until now. We got 8 inches of snow last night, and it's about 22 degrees outside. So that is not gonna work out real well. So we're gonna go ahead and paint it in here. Hopefully I don't get too much paint on everything. More concerned about overspray. I really don't like painting inside for that reason, but I don't have much choice, so we're gonna go ahead and paint this. My garage isn't anything special. I just don't want overspray on my tractor and my air compressor and toolbox and welder and stuff, so we'll take it easy. If it starts to get out of hand, we'll stop and let it go for a minute. So let the fun begin. So far this primer's covering really well. The reason I went with I just happened to go to Menards and was gonna buy some paint. I was actually gonna get bed liner paint. I'm not a big fan of that. It's kind of hard to spray it. And I'm not a big fan of that bed liner paint. It's kind of hard to spray. It doesn't always look the best, so not that I'm going for perfection here, but I saw this tractor paint and I thought, well, that's a good idea. I also am trying to test it out and see how it holds up and works for an upcoming project we have with our tractor, because they had Kubota orange right there, and the modifications that I want to do, I'm going to have to do some repainting. So my plan is to try that and see how that works. And if this holds up pretty well, then I'll know that I can hopefully successfully do that. Be perfect. Didn't know I had this. It's almost a full can. It'll be good enough to get me through. We'll get the rest of this primed. Let it sit. It's pretty much dry. And then we'll start painting it with the black. Hopefully I have enough of that black. If I don't, I'm gonna go to the store and get more. So this is the paint that we got. It's for farm equipment, heavy duty, weather resistant, and rust preventative. So we'll see how this works. We got a gloss black, and we'll see how it works. It's just a Rust-Oleum product, nothing crazy. I think it should work out pretty good. Hopefully it holds up semi-well. And if it does, we'll be using this on some ongoing projects on the Kubota. Like I had said, I'm starting out with the highest priority, which is going to be the outside edges here, the leaf springs, and then the front tongue. I'd like the front tongue to look good. Next weekend will be my last weekend on this project. Install the deck, and then we're going to build the sides so that they can be removable. That way, if I got to pick up a stump and just roll it onto there, or if we're picking up logs and putting them on there, we can just roll them around the side if we want to. So that's kind of the plan. As you can see, we've started putting the decking on. We have 2 boards on as of right now, and the front. So I ended up building this about 1.5 inches longer than I planned on because I put the front tube across the front of it. Didn't really think about that as far as decking goes and buying 8-foot boards. So it's 8 foot, 1.5 inches long. So what I ended up doing was buying decking boards 8 foot long, and then I built the front wall, the front barrier, and that's sitting down on the first tube on part of it, and then the rest, the deck boards are butting up against, and they're coming out flush at the end. So we have to trim a little bit off the boards. They're not all the same. We just bought them from Lowe's, and when you buy stuff at Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, they're not all exactly 8 foot. We're trimming off a little bit, and I started to have a little bit of an issue with the first 2 deck boards, and I just wanted to make sure they were all going to be proper, so I built this front wall first, and then I'm just going to butt everything up tight to it, and then go ahead and make sure that the ends are all flush or close. The end doesn't really matter. It'll never have a back wall. And then the side walls, we're going to build those, and those are going to sit on top of the deck. So the deck's going to go edge to edge, and then these will sit on top of the deck, where this is sitting on top of the rail, which is completely fine cosmetically. It's not going to matter really at all. So I might even end up lag bolting this front wall on. So is it going to be removable? Yes. Or move maybe one side or the other, but never really both sides, I don't think. But I don't know. So I'm gonna, if I lag bolt it, that'll be the max. That way, if I do ever need to remove it, I can remove it, and it'll be completely fine. So, but everything's going well so far. It's all painted. I have the wheels over here painted and ready to go. I got to clean up the inner rim a little bit. The inner rim's real rusty, and it's got a lot of rust buildup on it. So I'm going to clean those up, and we're going to get tires put on this week. And once the tires are put on, then this thing's ready to go. I went and bought, where did I set them down at? Here we go. I bought new wheel studs and lug nuts. So all brand new there, so we can go ahead and assemble the hub assemblies today and get them ready to go. So this trailer is going to be 100% complete today, besides rubber. Once we get the rubber on the rims, then we can go ahead and bolt them on, and we're gonna be able to haul it up north. Planning on bringing it up north next weekend, and then bringing the tractor home, hauling it up, and then driving putting the tractor on the trailer and bringing that home. We want to do some upgrades to that. We just purchased some more attachments for it, so I need to do some upgrades in order to use the attachments. That'll be in a later video. I'm going to continue putting the deck on now.
great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces? Come join our growing team at
Well, we have one side, we have two sides done, the deck done, and one more side to go. After this last side is done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the hubs back together with the new studs. I'm a little bit worried about these side pockets right here that hold this support in, but we'll see if it works. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna have to cut it off and move it. So let's hope we don't have to do that. Okay, this is it. The build is complete. Couple little things I want to do. I didn't accommodate. I wasn't really thinking about this difference here. So I do have a piece over there of this decking from when I ripped down this board here. I think I'm going to cut that to length and just put it across this. I would rather the front be a little bit higher than the sides. So I think I'm gonna add that to that and either just screw it right down through the top and just leave it, or I'm gonna cut new 2x4 braces and put them in that way. And then I'm gonna do some looking for, I don't wanna screw these together because I wanna be able to take them off. So some turnbuckle style sides or something so I can pull these together. That needs to get shifted just a little bit, but then this will come together. It looks like it's bowed out quite a ways, but it's actually not. The trailer hub assembly is on. I do need new axle nuts. I thought I'd be able to get away with saving them, but I do need new axle nuts. So I'm gonna clean those up, and then I got the old ones, so I'm gonna go get new ones of those. Throw those on, throw the wheels on, and this thing's all done. But here's the look of it. I've already got it a little dirty. It's gonna get used and abused. We're gonna use it a lot. I don't know if I like the sides. I think I might want them a little bit taller, but we'll see how it works. I mean, theoretically, this should be totally fine. We'll see how I like it. And then this handle, this is my handle contraption here. So you can lift this and it'll lift the deck. Obviously it's not working right now because it needs to be hooked up to something like the ATV or the tractor. But then we'll be able to pick up on this and that bar will ride on there and it'll lift the deck. It is lifting it, but it's also lifting the trailer. So gotta wait for that. A little sawdust on it. No big deal. Pretty excited. Hoping to get this up north this weekend and bring the tractor home and get going on some accessories for that as well. So if you guys have any turnbuckle ideas or latch ideas for this, throw them in the comments. Put a link in there, Amazon, website, whatever, you know. It can be, I'm not an Amazon only guy, so whatever whatever you guys have had good luck with, if you've done something like this before and you know what I'm looking for, I'm going to look myself, but I'd appreciate anything I can get from you guys. So whatever works, we can find something great. If not, I'll have to either live with it or I'll have to screw them together, which will be fine. But I don't want to have to undo that a bunch because it's going to wear out eventually. So, like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys know of something off the top of your head or something I can make that would work. But yeah, here's the finished result.